Welcome back to Wind Down with Kev. It's been a minute, but we're back. It's been a busy year. I became a business coach with Craig Wiggins Coaching. I published a book with JM Publishing, and I became a best-selling author. Definitely didn't see that one coming. I've been running around the country, speaking, traveling, and enjoying every minute. But now it's time to get back to podcasting. This is my favorite format for sharing amazing conversations with incredible people. Welcome to Season 4, Behind the Red Doors. Come on in, check it out. I have incredible guests lined up just for you. Welcome to Wind Down with Kev. We are happy to be behind the red doors. Today we are in the VIP section, and we are here because we have some incredible guests. I cannot wait to introduce the lovely people I have to my right. With that being said, I'm excited. Great conversation. These people represent past and current leadership in NAREP. If you don't know, now you know. Please check them out. Listen closely to this conversation. Tell a friend to tune in and check out what they have to say. That being said, I'm going to allow my distinguished guests to introduce themselves. I'm going to have to say their name, what they do, how long they've been in their field. We're going to go round robin with the introduction, and then we are going to get down to business. So talk to us. Tell the people your name, your company, how long you've been doing it, and your role in NAREP.
Hi, everyone. My name is Suci Padro. I am a branch manager with Nationwide Mortgage, part of the Own It team. I'm also the vice president of NAREP Long Island, and I've been in the mortgage industry for about 9 years.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 9 years. Thank you, Suci. Andrea.
Hi, my name is Andrea Bharuca, and I'm a real estate agent with Harold Hanna Coach Realtors, and I've been in business for about 11 years, and I am your past president for NAREP.
Outstanding. My brother.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sid Rodriguez with a legacy worldwide at Keller Williams. I have been in real estate since 2002, and I am currently the chapter president for NAREP Long Island.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get right into NAREP. Let's take it from the top. Let's start with what does NAREP stand for. Let's talk about Long Island NAREP, and let's also touch upon the wonderful event that you guys just did. So what does NAREP stand for?
So NAREP is the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. The mission is to empower sustainable homeownership in the Latino community. We just had an event at the Marriott last Thursday. The topic was spring into a new mindset that they could explain.
It was mainly based around mental wellness. Yes. A lot of times it's so overlooked. We're busy people, real estate, mortgages, any industry, as a matter of fact. And I think that we always overlook our mental sanity and our mental state, and just learning how to breathe and learning how to take everything, even when there's anxious moments. So we had some amazing speakers. We had Jessica Dennehy, who is an author featured in Forbes. She's also a national speaker. She was amazing. We had Grace Ionides, which is she's with Suffolk County Department of Women's Services. We also had Daphne Bravo, and she's a Reiki healer and yoga instructor. We had an amazing panel.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to come to you next, Adrian. You mentioned NAREP, National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. I've been aware of and following NAREP for years. The stats are amazing when you talk about the progress in Hispanic ownership throughout the country. We were talking earlier, and you mentioned some stats.
Yes. So every year we go to a national convention, and we are in Washington, D.C., meeting with our politicians, and they report to us NAREP puts this report together for what Hispanics are doing in homeownership. And last year, 628,000 Hispanics purchased homes in the United States. And it is an overwhelming increase in cultures, just about 70% increase in that. So in the next 5 years, Hispanics will dominate homeownership.
That's a beautiful thing. So That's a jewel right there that's been dropped. So for anybody that touches the real estate business, whether you're on the real estate side, the lending side, or the insurance side like myself, govern yourselves accordingly. Make sure you are bringing the right people into your agency that can service this community. 678,000 new homeowners, which is way above how other ethnic groups are moving. Another question, I'm going to come back to you before I go round robin. National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. Is it limited to being Hispanic to being involved, or can other people from other businesses get involved?
No, not at all.
No, not at
we're,
all.
We're very welcoming to everybody. It doesn't matter your background, what you do, as long as you're looking to connect with a group of like-minded group of people looking for sustainable home ownership, no matter what the background. That's what it is. Yeah. Education.
Beautiful. Open to everybody. I'll come back to you. How could a business owner such as myself or other business owners watching this podcast, are there opportunities for people to get involved as sponsors or to support the various events that you're working on?
Yeah, so our webpage is www.nareplongisland.org. Our Instagram is @nareplongisland. I encourage all business owners, small, even corporations, bring your HR people, bring anyone where there's going to be a need in the future with the statistics that we have. By 2040, we're looking at about 51% Latinos in home ownership, which is going to mean more insurance agents that are bilingual, attorneys, anyone related in those fields, and small business, because with home ownership, that's going to create an ecosystem around that for businesses. So if you're a landlord, maybe you want to, think of what tenants to have. In a lot of facets. I mean, I tell everyone that we network with, whether it be attorneys, maybe hire more personnel that are bilingual. We have an attorney that is one of our sponsors, ASAP German. He just brought on a bilingual attorney, Diana Vargas. He's very happy because now it just opened doors to a whole community. And I said hire another one because with the way
the business is coming. Shout out to ASAP. I know ASAP German, good guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Shout out to all of our sponsors because they're the ones, when you look at our webpage and you look at our Instagram, they make all this possible for us to throw events to educate our communities, which is what our hearts are in this for.
And that is what NAREP is about. We need representation in all levels of businesses, and so it is important for people of color to see us in these positions. And then that's going to encourage them and empower them to be homeownerships, to have their own businesses. And what we want to do is educate real estate agents, title people, insurance, attorneys, so that they can go back into the communities and give that opportunity to someone, be a mentor to someone.
Wow, you bridged to the question that I love to ask. I'm going to ask each of you answer this question. How important is it to have a mentor in lending and in real estate? And I want you to talk about your mentor, how you got into the field, because somebody's watching this, they see the three of you, you're great looking, neatly dressed, obviously at the top of your profession, and they would like to be a part of it. Did you have a mentor that guided you along the way?
I actually had two. I'm very fortunate. The team that I work with, it's two guys, James and Nunzio, and they've been my mentors. I didn't come from this industry. I came from a corporate background, so I needed a lot of help. But they were an integral part of my growth, whether it was learning the business and also just understanding that you have to network and looking at the bigger picture. You do need a mentor. When you're looking to grow your business and get to the next level, sometimes you yourself can't envision what is out there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I got into the business in a very funny way.
Okay, let's talk about it.
So my girlfriend called me and she said, hurry up and get your real estate license because it's going from 45 hours to 75 hours. And so that's how I got into real estate. However, I don't know who channeled her to get me in it because I truly love this industry and love supporting and helping people get home ownership, which is so important, to be in homes, to feel that safety net, right? So Anyway, I had two mentors. One who I'm going to give a shout out to, who is Liz Breslin, who, taught me so much about the business, so much about not giving up, and about just being smart and integrity. And then the second person was Stephanie Cullum, who passed away 2 years ago, and she showed me how to be. She just showed me grace. She just always taught me how to put my best foot forward, and her favorite saying was, "There's no right way to do the wrong thing." So
I love that.
Two amazing women that I've had to, guide me through it. Liz is now our manager, who is stepping into Stephanie's position, and it couldn't be a better person, but she definitely guided me. And then, of course, I have my mother, who taught me just to work very hard, and nothing is given to you. You have to earn that.
I love that. I love that. Sid, how about you?
So when I started in 2002 in Florida, I was mentored by a person named Nick DeGenti, old school dude, Italian dude. We clicked it off because I was very hardworking. I found out early age, I was 26, 27. And I was like the IT guy. And he told me like all the old school ways of talking. Back then there was no iPhone. There was none of that. And he always said one thing very special to me. He said, you always have to be you have to be able to be mentored and then pass that forward and mentor somebody else. And I say that to, people that know me that watch this, I've repeated that to certain people and I've always stuck with that. Today I have a lot of different mentors, not just one. And I look at trying to pass this forward to the youth, the younger generation, because I think that's the light that needs to see this is like the young kids. We talked about, I have a 20-year-old that I brought into the business. I'm very proud of him. His name is Jose. He quit his job, has 6 months saved, and he's going all at it. So, and he was from one of my mentors. He got this information, and he's running with it. So.
I love it. I got to dig in. I'd be a poor host if I don't dig further in that conversation. Jose is 20 years old. How old do you have to be to get your real estate license?
18.
18 years old, you can get your real estate license. How much is it going to cost me out of my pocket to get a real estate license?
Depends. There's ways to get sometimes free classes, but it depends on the school, I would say.
Okay.
But I would say all in all, even if you go on a high end, under $1,000.
Right. That's a beautiful investment when you compare it to other fields that you go into, that you can go to school for 2 years, 4 years, 7 to 8 years and not have the opportunity to make the money. So shout out to Jose, 20 years old, 6 months saved.
Yeah.
Woo.
Got a job, saved 6 months. And it was what we were talking about, time versus money. Mm-hmm. He understood it. If he takes, rather than making $300 or $400 a week, he saved the money to pay all his car, his pay and expenses. We're working with 2 buyers. He does have 2 pre-approvals. Now it's hopefully get him front to end. Yeah, and today he's at the classes. He's putting in the work. He's not afraid of hard work, which I admire that in anyone. When you're not afraid of hard work.
I love it. Let's go round robin on this question. It's April as we're recording this podcast. It'll probably be broadcast in May. But April, I just found out today, is Financial Literacy Month. So in the real estate and lending business, you're constantly helping people with financial literacy. In order to qualify, you have to do this. In order to buy, you need that. Share one financial lesson that you talk to people about all the time, or maybe something you wish you learned at an earlier age that would benefit people from a financial literacy standpoint.
I always think that credit is so underexplained in a lot of minority households. Most people don't understand. In the Latino community, it's let's not have credit, let's pay everything cash, we don't like having debt. Building your credit just for minimal things, just for those bigger picture things that you're going to be doing as you get older, or as you want to grow, when you want to buy a car or a house. It's so necessary, and I wish that more people understood how to use it effectively. Don't go on a shopping spree, buy every shoe you see. Use it effectively and pay it off every month consistently, so you can have a way for us to track how you know how to spend, whether you're conscious on your decisions.
Okay, so your financial literacy tip: credit.
Yeah.
Financial literacy tip.
Yeah, this was definitely a lesson for me as well, and I think it's important. It's the same thing. It's really about building your credit, but most importantly, once you have that and you have a little bit of money, teach yourself. You can read some books on investing. I think investing is extremely important for the youth to understand how stocks grow and how you can invest in companies. I think that's one way to go. And they're making a lot of books to make it very easy for the young to understand how to invest in stocks and in the stock market. I think that's very important.
I love it. Any book that you like? Any book you'd like to recommend?
There is, I forgot her the name of the author, I'm so sorry, but it's a book called My Money.
Okay.
And it's a great read for youngsters. I purchased it for my daughter. She doesn't have it yet, so by the time
She'll have it by the time.
Okay.
But it's a great book. It's called My Money.
My Money. Yeah. Look it up. Look it up. My Money. Learn about money. Your journey, not only in real estate but in business from a young age. What's one financial literacy lesson that you would share with people?
Wow. So I would say my literacy lesson is, you learn through mistakes that you've made, right? Our family had a multi-service for 30 years, since 1991, and we rented one store. One store was very lucrative, then became 2 stores. $6,000 a month for over 30 years. Through COVID, we learned, renting wasn't the best. We had the opportunity to purchase the building maybe 20-something years ago. We didn't do that because today would have been a different situation. Now knowing what I know now, hindsight's always 20/20. I would have maybe built offices upstairs and still had the retail, and rather than having the expense, turn it into an asset that would be income generating. So that I would say is the biggest lessons we learned. And through NAREP, one thing I would share, especially for the economy we're going in, would be to minimize debt. Yes. When you see me dressed out, and I'll say this on camera, I'm very frugal with what I wear. You might think I paid something, but I go to all the Ross, Bells, TJ Maxx. I may look like something, but I'm very frugal with what I spend on it, because I feel like these are just threads, It's what comes out my mouth that kind of matters.
And that's important to share, because one of the financial literacy things that we struggle with in our communities is that we think we have to flash to show that we're doing well. When some of the wealthiest people I've ever come across in my office, in my life, they have on jeans, T-shirts, everything is run down, but they're not worried about it because they're comfortable and confident. So we don't always have to show everything that we have. This is beautiful. So let's end the literacy part, financial literacy part of the conversation by talking about the Hispanic Wealth Project. What is the Hispanic Wealth Project?
The Hispanic Wealth Project, it's a project spearheaded by Gary Acosta, who is the CEO of NAREP. And what it is, it's educating the Latino communities in 401k investing, in stock market trading, those different assets other than real estate.
I love it.
If you go to the website too, they have like the NAREP 10, which is the guidelines for the Hispanic Wealth Project. It's on our website. You can email any one of us. We're happy to send it to you. That's where I got minimized debt. It talks about family. The number one is have a mature understanding about wealth and prosperity, and under that is different.
Yeah, be the top
steps.
Of your profession, be very present in your family's lives. So there's a lot of principles that are integrated in that.
And it's not just it's not money. It's know the value of your business, minimize debt, live beneath your means, be politically savvy, be physically fit, because without health, we don't have anything.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Yes.
Health literally is wealth. So I will definitely encourage people to do that. I was an avid reader of Black Enterprise magazine for years, and I took 10 financial principles from that about 30 years ago, and it's dictated the rest of my life. The financial literacy tip that I'll share is that to focus on your net worth, not your income. A lot of times people think, I want to get to 6 figures. I want to earn this dollar figure. I want $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. I want this coming in, but that's not really wealth, that's income. When you focus on your net worth and buying some of the things that you talked about, or invest in, or having great credit gives you access to more money than any amount of cash that you can possibly accumulate. Wealthy people use other people's money.
Right.
Yes.
They use other people's money, but the only way to access other people's money is by having good credit. That being said, as we begin to wind down, let's talk about passion projects outside of real estate, outside of NAREP, that you're working on. What are you working on that's a passion project that's important to you outside?
I'm extremely passionate about a foundation, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. I'm on the board of directors, and I met a mother who had a daughter at the time, a couple of years back, that was the same age as my daughter, Natalie. At the time, she was 11. She's now 14. And the daughter had been diagnosed with leukemia. She was a twin, and she ended up passing away. But this mom, here she was lobbying, raising funds for leukemia lymphoma. And I just felt so passionate about it. I'm like, this woman lost her daughter, and here she is making strides, raising funds for this amazing organization. How can I not support that? How can I not do what I can to help alleviate those families that are going through something like that? So that foundation is near and dear to me. The Visionaries campaign has started, is going all the way through June, and please look up Leukemia Lymphoma Society of Long Island and the Visionary campaign that's going on right now. There's a lot of local business people that are running for the Visionary of the Year, and just support in any way you can. There's a ton of events coming, and every dollar counts.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So great. Right now I am mentoring middle school girls at the Freeport High School. It is through the Latino mentoring program that New York State has launched. And so I really enjoy speaking to the girls. We do these, we're basically doing very casual conversations. We make bracelets, but at the same time we're having conversations. We're letting them just say things that we want to talk to them about to guide them. So I hope I can continue with that program. I think that anyone who loves mentoring young girls should look up the Latino mentoring program online. We definitely need more mentors. And hopefully I'll be staying with Freeport and expanding to other middle schools.
Beautiful. I love it. There's nothing like mentoring and giving back and being that person that we needed when we were younger.
Absolutely.
Sid, you and I talk, so let's talk Brentwood, let's talk football, let's talk
Brentwood, everything, yeah.
B-Wood.
Brentwood in the house. So I'm involved in a few different stuff with community. First one is right from my hometown. Gary Brown is not-for-profit is Dream 68. It helps underprivileged kids and in our communities and underserved kids. You know, Gary has a special story. He's a retired NFL Super Bowl champion, hometown hero. We connected through Keller Williams, but the funny thing is we have a same circle of friends. He has a football camp coming in July. It's free for kids. We did it last year, had a great turnout. I'm also part of another not-for-profit organization tied in with real estate called Real Estate Boss Empire. We're having an event May 18th. The not-for-profit there is Bottomless Pockets, and that goes. So that's another.
I can't let the word bottomless pockets slide. Everybody's going to say, Kev, why didn't you ask him what is bottomless pockets?
Okay, so I got to read this because I'm on the committee here, but I'm always trying.
Okay.
So Bottomless Pockets is. Let me write something that she wrote. It's an organization that gives to the community, and she wrote, it's not just a place where you receive clothing, it is an environment where you can feel absolutely beautiful and confident in your capabilities. Most importantly, your experience at Bottomless Closet will change your perspective and attitude about your self-value.
I love that. To me, that just jumps out as a mindset of abundance as opposed to scarcity. Sometimes we're afraid to make certain moves because, maybe I don't have a shirt with buttons that I can wear tomorrow to the interview, so they're going to reject me. They're going to notice that, I don't have nice things. I'm not a nice person. They're going to think I'm not educated. So when you have access to a nonprofit like that, it changes people's lives forever. So thank you for saying that. Shout out to Bottomless Closets.
Yes, bottomless closet.
That's what it was.
Okay.
The bottomless
Closet, sorry,
I heard
not
pockets at first.
Closet, I'm sorry.
That sounded like
that makes a
somebody
lot of
was.
sense now. Bottomless
right,
closets
closet,
make a lot
yeah.
That sounded like people were rolling with dough and giving that away.
No,
but
I'm sorry,
My
I'm sorry.
audience would be on me if I let
Thank you
that
for
go.
clarifying. I would have got shot too. So.
Bottomless closets.
My audience would be on me if I'm.
We want
you know,
bottomless pockets.
Yeah, we want that. We want that. That's what we're working towards. We're not there yet. Okay. Let's wrap it up like this. Let's go round robin and tell people how they can get in touch with you, how they can find you on social media, and if you have anything like you have that's working on upcoming events, feel free to shout it out and give it a promo.
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram as Suci Padro, Facebook the same thing. And if you ever need anything, please feel free to reach out, send a DM. My cell phone is 516-281-5433. Although I'm a lender, that's not the only thing I focus on. Anything that you can ever need, whether it's mentorship or you need assistance in any kind of way that you think I can provide that, please feel free to reach out.
Okay, so I'm going to reach out to you now. Spell Suci for the people, because when you say it's not spelled the way it sounds
Yes,
phonetically,
Suci.
so make sure you spell it so people can find you.
My name is spelled S-U-C-I.
Yes, Suci Padro, P-A-D-R-O. Definitely look her up and check her out, please.
You can reach me through Instagram, realtor_Andrea Bharuca. Bharuca is spelled B-H-A-R-U-C-H-A. The H is silent. If you want to connect with me, to connect you with the Latino program for New York State, message me any other questions you have regarding real estate, how I can guide you, support you. I am here to answer anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can reach me through my website, SidneyRodriguez.com, S-I-D-N-E-Y, then Rodriguez.com. My Instagram is @SidRocks, NYFL. And one other one I want to touch on the nonprofit.
Please.
I'm also part of the KW Cares, which is why I joined
Yes.
Keller Williams.
Yes.
They do a lot of giving back to the to different organizations. They did something for for Turkey, went Puerto Rico. So that's another one that I'm part of, that I'm happy with.
No, that's absolutely awesome. Was there anything you guys wanted to share that I did not ask about?
I would just say, whoever's interested, feel free to reach out to us. Sometimes people are nervous, should I not? For those that are looking for the annual membership is only $49. You could come attend any of the events, like the first one, to check it out, to see what it's like. And even reach out to us. Everybody loves on this board to be a resource to community. Again, not just for real estate. We all look at it like we're the go-to for a lot of things, you know.
I love the resourcefulness conversation that you mentioned at the event you held last week, that people were learning about how to get access to money for grants. A lot of times in the scarcity mindset, we don't make certain moves because we think we don't have money, but if your idea is big enough, if you're why, there's always a how. So that's just another reason to connect with NAREP to take advantage of the resources.
Absolutely. We always try to host events that are going to be impactful to you. You're going to leave the room feeling that you learned something. It's going to be a resource, whether it is to grow your business or for your actual self to feel better and empowered in whatever you're doing.
We love seeing growth in people. Like, we get a kick out of that, just seeing somebody grow.
Seeing somebody grow. So we thank everybody for tuning in. Definitely some amazing people. I encourage you to look up NAREP. I've looked it up for years. Read the annual report. See where your business fits in. Get in where you fit in. I'll share my passion project. I'm working on a mentoring program specifically to bring in people from underrepresented communities into the insurance world. I definitely will be front and center with NAREP and other organizations sharing as soon as I'm ready to launch, because I assure you that my industry is not ready for the influx of homeowners and every good thing that comes with that. So that's my personal commitment to giving back in this area of opening the doors for my industry. I am Kevin Spann _insurance guru signing off. And I thank you for tuning in to this episode of Wind Down with Kev behind the red doors in the VIP section.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Wonderful.